Good evening, panel. Craig,
Right,
this
Derek.
isn't my main point, but Craig, you're talking a lot of rubbish to bring in a Scottish coach. That's absolute nonsense you're talking about. And Barry Ferguson was an outstanding football player, but Barry Ferguson's a horrible coach. I don't like to criticise Barry. Barry Ferguson's not a good manager.
How horrible? How do you arrive at horrible?
Well, Clyde, disaster. All right, he did all right with Kelty. Terrible this year with Alloa. So Barry Ferguson's not Rangers class as a coach, cracking player, but not at Rangers class. And the manager's already picked his backroom staff, so he's not going to go with a Scottish coach now.
Right, let's get an answer from Craig.
I think he needs to free up the fullbacks. Rangers were at their most effective last season when the two fullbacks were pushed high up the park. Last night, when the two centre halves got the ball, they were constantly went back the way with the ball because there was no out ball to go out wide with it. And he's destroyed Tavernier and Barisic by playing him two.
Okay, let's get an answer.
Both fullbacks, the whole match, not once engaged with Celtic's wingers. They were always on the back foot. Celtic's wingers were always able to get turned, get running at them, which put them on the back foot. They were far too narrow when you're only playing against one striker. There was a lot of things tactically that were very, very wrong with this performance. Then you've got the energy, then you've got the desire, all those things that can be the difference. In terms of the Scottish coach, look, whether you've obviously got your concerns over Barry Ferguson, mate, no problem, that's your opinion. We're all entitled to our opinions. I can tell you right now, you need a Scottish coach in there, right? Because he knows all the grounds that they're going to. He knows all the teams that they're playing against. It's unbelievable intel, support, assistance, may I add, for Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. That adds value. The Dutch are very, very good, right? But it's one tone at times. You need somebody else in there that can liven the place up, that can energise a session or a moment when it needs. You need a Scottish coach for that, mate. I'm telling you. I've seen it. I've experienced it.
Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, John, said after the match his team just didn't seem ready for it. I mean, that's an incredible admission, isn't it? In a game in which Giovanni and those players know what the Old Firm is all about. Yeah. They also know how Celtic play, how they blast out of the blocks.
Well, that's an individual thing, Rob. You know, as a player, if you're not ready for a game of this magnitude, then you're in the wrong game. You know, you've got to get yourself... The manager shouldn't have to say nothing in these games. There is no team talk. This game is about the supporters. Rangers are top of the league. They had the chance to go 5 points clear. You know, they didn't turn up. They had no answers for Celtic. They had no answers. They never tracked back. They never got tackles in. They didn't defend properly. They conceded 3 goals. Could have been 5 in 45 minutes. It was dismal. It was embarrassing. Ali McCoist, I've said it today on the radio. I think even Chris Boyd, that I'm not a big fan of, said it last night on Sky. It was Celtic's night.
Yeah.
And it was an alarming performance, really alarming from a team that had got themselves top of the league. Not only last night, but the 4 points that they've dropped against Aberdeen and who did they last week?
Ross County.
Ross County, yeah. So, you know, dropping points. There's a huge drop-off in their performances. But when there was talk about Giovanni Van Bronckhorst coming in to be manager, to replace Steven Gerrard, there was no talk of a Scottish coach from supporters or anybody. It was almost like, well, he's an ex-player. That's enough. He'll bring his own stuff. That's enough. He's an ex-player.
Backed up by the results, you would have to say, over the last couple of months.
He knows the blueprint of the football club.
John, but
he's
even
been
at the
there
time,
before. He's played in big games. He's won the Champions League. He's done this. He's done that. There wasn't a lot of talk about, you know, a Scottish coach. But I see what Craig is coming from now, because I think he might just need a little bit of help.
Yeah. Tell Alexa to launch Go Radio or listen on the Go Radio app.